Our next presenter is a managing director of Spring Architecten and member of the board of the Royal Institute of Dutch Architects. The presentation's name is Improving Quality of Life and the Environment. That is with regard to the schools and senior housing. Also a preview of our competition, of their, not ours. This is the copy. Their competition entry for a Turkish-Dutch here it is. Turkish-Dutch Multicultural Leisure and Trade Center in the Hague. Is it correct? Hague. Yes. Correct. What is it? It is an outstanding example of urban transformation. Please welcome, also he's already welcomed, Mr. Erik Koy.
Thank you very much. Your pronunciation is correct. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, I'm Erik. I'm partner at Spring Architects in Rotterdam. And we are talking about makeovers. And every year we got a new spring. And that's also the reason why our office is named Spring. Every year we invent ourselves again. Urban planning, designing schools and taking care of housing for elderly is one of our main jobs to do. Some years ago, we made urban planning for rental and houses to be sold to people. And you see over there more than 10 types according to the needs of the market at that time. When you see this picture, you see a totally different approach. Green, sustainable, low energy. In the middle you see sports equipment, and hardly to see there's one dot. And that dot means there will be a windmill. A windmill providing the electricity for a whole that neighborhood, about 280 houses. So zero energy is one of our ambitions. Architecture invents itself, makes itself over again and again. And this is the example in The Hague. A part of The Hague where are living more than 100 different nationalities. With a part where are industrial buildings. And the municipality of The Hague hates that part. And in the center we are designing at this moment a multicultural trade center in order of a Turkish entrepreneur. And that's the reason why I'm here. I'm looking for a contact with Turkish architects. Because we, Dutch architects, can design a building, especially at that place. And I'll give you some details. A building within the cellar, parking lots for the employees. On the ground floor and the first floor, shops where people from Turkey, Morocco and Hindustani people will have their factories and shops. For instance, they're going to make wedding dresses for Hindustani people, and you can view them and buy them. An impression. But finally, to give the final touch to a Turkish-Dutch building, we are looking for cooperation with a Turkish architect. This is a sketch. We are in a competition now that is resembling the ultimate result. The Hague wants a new eye-catcher. Now we're going to get him, and end of this month we will present our entry to the audience over there. Another part, and that's maybe for you Turkish people another way of behaving and another social part of it. This is housing for people from 65 years or 70 years old. We know that you Turkish people have a very close family band, but in Holland, after the Second World War, we built a lot of social housing. Rather small houses, big enough for father and mother and their children, but grandmother and grandchildren of a grandfather, they got out of the house when they got old. You see here examples from older people, and they are taken care when they got ill or a bit disabled by professional people, and they are taking care for them. And I know it may be strange for you to hear, but the last decades there was a rush in this kind of buildings. And now we see in Holland that the need to come together with the families is about the financials. Yeah, Turkish can trade, but the Dutch can trade also. Because it's too expensive to treat people in those kind of architecture. Nevertheless, we are here designing a project for 280 houses for elderly people. You can rent it starting with 60 years and you can live there together. But when one of the partners dies, you can stay there until you die also. And when we are talking about makeovers, this is an urban landscape for 280 senior housing. That is now at the same place where the first houses for the seniors were built in the 60s. Children are also a makeover of ourselves. We are looking every school again how to make over a classroom. This is an example, a classroom without walls. So in Holland we can have different types of schools, and this is another one. If you look at our internet site, you can see that this school is built on a very little plot near a soccer stadium. And that's why the first level of the entrance is at the first level, so you can look from the center of the building over the goal of the soccer field into the stadium. Another school, another type, that is that we think it is important to make schools without dead-end corridors. We think that a child will feel more happy when it can make the choice whether I go to the left side out of the classroom or I will leave the classroom to the right side. Then you can find or avoid a friend or somebody you hate. A makeover, you see here again, I say it rather quickly, we used wood, waxed wood, and I will finish my story at this point. And I take my 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. Mr. Koi, how many people have told you that you look like Max von Sydow? You know the actor in The Exorcist, priest? The voice tone, your looks. The moment I saw you, I just ran. I just felt like running.
I think you're the first one.
Really?
Yeah, really.
You're very charismatic. Jesus. This one or this one? Left to right or right to left? I don't know. Which one? Left to right. This one. Says the Muslim. This is going to be one hell of a PechaKucha night. Yes, any questions for Mr. Koi? No questions. Everything is well understood. Very nice. Thank you, Mr. Koi.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. It was a hell of an experience. Thank you. Now, our next presenter